Hey guys and gals. I've got some great stories for you today. Without further ado, let's jump right in. M entitled Mother Me Mom. My mom GE. Gas station employee. I am at the age where I am allowed to drive. I have a license that allows me to do so as long as I have a parent in the car with me. A few days ago my mother and I went to the store. After that we went to go get gas. As I was standing in line to pay, a middle-aged woman was standing in front of me. I was looking out the window, but I could see her repeatedly glancing back at me. M, did you drive here? Me, yeah M, you don't really seem old enough to drive yet. Me, well I am. I promise. The M then left the gas station. I paid for gas and went outside. M was waiting. M, show me your driver's license or I'm calling the police. Me, okay, let me go get it. At this point I just needed to get this lady off my back. I pulled out my license and showed it to the M. M, that is obviously fake. Me, no it isn't. It's a learner's license. M, there is no such thing. At this point the GE came out. GE, is everything alright? M, this girl is driving with a fake license. GE, can I see? Me, hands him the license. GE, ma'am, this is real. M, let me see that. The M takes the license and begins to walk away. M, I'm giving this to my son. He deserves it more. Mom, stops her and gets the license back. The M tried to grab it again but she missed. My mom pulled out her phone and said she was going to call the police. M left, presumably without buying her gas. I work at a small diner in New Jersey. It's not really much of a hassle because I make a living off of it and most customers are nice and gave generous tips. I've been working there for 5 months and no real incident has happened until recently. We were about to close at around 9:30 when the M came in with her about 6-year-old children. She walks up to me, I'm the host of the place, and begins the conversation. M, can I get some food for my children? Op, we are about to close, but I'll see if we have anything left over. M, I would like the experito. A dish consisting of different meats cut. Our item we're known for. Takes about 1 to 1.5 hours to prepare. I'm sorry, but we are about to close, and you have to call ahead for that dish. The best I can get you is some spaghetti. M, come on. This restaurant should always serve their dishes no matter when it is. I demand the experito, and for all the hassle I got, I want it at no cost. Op, look ma'am, the experito is very difficult to prepare and make. We can't serve it to you. M, but my kids are starving. Kid 1, I thought this was your dinner? The M blushes and immediately leaves. I love that kid for calling that M out. I gave him a lollipop for what he did. Hey, so I was browsing this sub and remembered something that happened a few years ago. I was 15 to 16, and I liked this girl in my class. I went up to her and asked her if she wanted to see a movie. She said yes. So that weekend we went to see some defecation movie that I forgot and later went to get lunch at this sandwich joint whose owner I was a friend of. Where this scene happened I don't remember exactly what she said, but I got the gist of it. M walks up to us talking. With a crying baby in arm. M, what is wrong with this generation? Me, do you want to specify? M, Glady. I hate seeing this everywhere I go, young people like yourselves getting into relationships, it's so disappointing. M, looking at the girl, trust me honey, men are pigs. My man left me to deal with 3 kids all on my own. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. Believe me darling, you're too young to understand the world, you're just going through a phase. What will your parents think of this? Both our parents were completely aware and fine with what we were doing. M, I don't want my kids to grow up in this sinful environment, please take your stuff somewhere else darling, I've had enough of her feces by this point. We had the whole store's attention, like 10 people. Me, I'm sorry to interrupt mum, but she's my sister, we're fraternal twins, we're waiting for our parents. The owner was losing his excretion behind the counter, it seemed like he was laughing at the woman. I didn't realize. Everyone at the store had a sweeping grin on their faces, and the woman awkwardly walked to her car and drove away. Girl to me, wonder why her man left her? I think my date like that, because now we're engaged and I plan to propose to her by the end of this whole COVID thing anyways. Don't get in the way of someone's day because you don't like what you see. Nicknames of those involved: Karen, the M, Leslie, female friend of mine, Super fabulous friend, also the manager, and of course me, just an innocent bisexual woman in my early 20s. It was a normal day working at Claire's, a retail store focused on female targeted items, with me on register, and I see walking in what appears to be a religious Christian woman, probably homophobic. Her shirt said "God loves me and my child," not the rainbows. After grabbing a plushie from the plushie display, she quickly went straight to the counter. Karen then said to me, "You need to be fired on the spot." For context, I was wearing a Pride Wins shirt and a rainbow necklace. In my confusion, forgetting I had Pride stuff on, I asked her what I did wrong. Karen then said quite angrily, "Your shirt and necklace is toxic. You cannot wear something like that in a retail store aimed at young children. You will infect them with the gay and the trans." I tried to calm this obviously enraged Karen, saying, "You are wrong, that's not possible, but regardless, I am only here to help customers with their shopping experience." The Karen then proceeds to yell pretty much at the top of her lungs, "I demand to speak to your manager for you spreading gays." My friend Leslie comes in, and asks the Karen what seems to be the issue, ma'am? The Karen then asks Leslie if she's the manager, to which Leslie said yes, then proceeded with the following. "Your employee is wearing an offensive and infectious shirt and necklace that needs to be removed now. For context, we are allowed to wear Pride stuff, thanks Leslie." Leslie responded, and it's clear she must have heard the Karen as she was walking in due to how loud the Karen was, with a "Sorry to hear that, how can I help?" The Karen then responded with "Fire her." Leslie then said, "Okay, sure, would you like to buy the merchandise you are holding first?" Note, Leslie was clearly being sarcastic, something the Karen did not pick up on. The Karen then said, "Yes, but I don't want her touching the money or the plushie, it's for my daughter and I don't want her to get infected by the gays, so you do it." Leslie says, "Okay, valued customer, I'll do it if you really want me to." After the transaction, she calmed down and said thank you, but as she was leaving, Leslie said to the Karen, "BTW, hi, I'm Leslie and I'm bisexual." The Karen screamed through her change back at Leslie along with the plushie and plastic bag and then ran out of the store. Whenever we teach new workers how to handle problematic customers, we bring this story up. I had a bully in school and she was then devil. She had a weird pleasure in bullying me because I have dyspraxia and her mother supported it. When I was in year 6, grade 7, the bully, just pushed me of my nerves, and when she insulted me I just said, "Well, at least my dad's not in jail." Not my best moment. And then at home I guess she cried to her mom, and when I was at school yelled at me, "You're tramp. You're a freak, so my daughter can bully you." I wanted to kill her, so I just replied, "I may be a freak, but hey ho, I ain't a slut." Again, not my finest moment, and I swear to God she looked like she was gonna kill me. The next day and M came over to my mom and said, "Your daughter called me a slut and insulted my daughter." I was too shy to tell my mom of the bully, so I got in trouble. Backstory: my mom was a bit entitled and never let me express myself freely, plus she was abusive up until now because I live with my dad, but this story happened when I was in 5th grade, so about 7 or 8. I was born in 2006, so sue me. Okay, now on to my story. This happened during Halloween. Me and my friend were going to trick or treat at a place the residents called downtown, where there was a parade and festival that happened every holiday. We decided she would be a black cat and I would be a witch. We both agreed I would be an adorable witch because at that point I had a high-pitched voice and I looked like a 3rd grader. My mom freaked out at me about my costume because it would be a sin. She forced me to be Christian, and that she would choose my costume like every other year before and after that. I ended up being a pilgrim lady that year. This year, now that I'm with my dad, I'm dressing up as a witch with my friends and we are going to have a photo shoot so we can send the pictures to her. Happy future Halloween, Mom. Devilish face. I give private horseback riding lessons to mainly children. Recently I started using my son's show pony for lessons as my son has grown out of her and lost interest. I have been giving lessons to a little girl, and since I started using the pony she has been riding her. She fell in love with the pony and the two work real good together. Now since lockdown lessons have ceased, but I ride every day. Get a call this morning, cue little girl's M tells me her daughter is driving her crazy now that everyone is home. Can her daughter come for a lesson? I say no, not until all this virus stuff has ended. She then asks if she can have the pony. Her claim is that her daughter used to ride her and now the pony does not get ridden, so give her the pony, it will benefit both her daughter and the pony. This pony has won many championships and is insured for $10,000. Besides the pony is being ridden, I work her out daily. I was shocked she would have the nerve to even ask something like that. I told her no and explained why. She started screaming and the call ended by her threatening to call animal control because the pony is not being ridden. So now just waiting for animal control to show up. What did you think? What would you have done differently? Share your opinions in the comments. And if you enjoyed the stories, slap that like and subscribe button for more of them, and don't forget to support the original writers with an upvote. Links are in the description. Peace out, and catch you tomorrow.